Welcome. It's been a long time. Come on in. Well, I'm sure you're here for a review. Why don't we take a seat and we can talk about that? Well, I did start a review a while back, but didn't get very far. Why don't we take a look at what there is? Welcome back, all. Here we are again. Let's begin and... Oops. One moment. That's better. Our adventure begins with the Enterprise on its way to XO3 to discover what happened to Professor Roger Corby, researching an ancient civilization there. As he hasn't been heard from in 5 years, it's a bit of a mystery.
He's dead.
Professor Corby is played by Michael Strong. He did most of his work in television, although he does pop up in a movie or two, such as Point Break in 1967 and Patent in 1970. News of Corby's fate is eagerly awaited by Nurse Chapel. They'd been engaged until she decided to take a post on the Enterprise. In the 60s, it was career or marriage for women, never both. Everyone spends the time telling her he's probably dead until Uhura and her nails receive a message from him. Spock is not so sure, but Chapel is, asking him if he's ever been engaged. Oh, that pesky continuity. Everyone is relieved, and a couple of extras strike a tender pose in the background. Not very much, eh? I didn't even get to the reason why this episode is so justly famous. Okay, the second reason.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been eagerly waiting for.
The first official red shirts, the unfortunate Ray Vernon Matthews, beamed down by Kirk as he and Chapel go to meet Dr. Corby. They are quickly dispatched by the mysterious Rock, here played by Ted Cassidy. He is best remembered as Lurch from the Addams Family, as well as possibly the first man in a Hollywood movie to be kicked in the balls.
In a knife fight, no rules.
It won't be his last contribution to Star Trek, so stay tuned. So what is this episode about? Yep, pretty much. At least in the subsequent 50 years, we've evolved in our attitude towards artificial intelligence. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, seems Dr. Corby is up to no good, having discovered ancient android technology. Kirk gets jumpy and... Oh, what the hell, Kirk? A human shield? Really? Oh, it turns out the lovely Andrea is actually an android. In an effort to prove to a suspicious captain and a jealous Chapel, who flat out asks Corby if he's had sex with an android, that she's harmless, he has Andrea first kiss and then slap Kirk, in a scene strangely reminiscent of one from Forbidden Planet. Coincidence? Oh, and Rock's an android too. By far the most interesting character, Rock is the last survivor of a long-ago android uprising that killed off the original inhabitants of the planet.
I was left here by the old ones.
Ah, that voice. He is menacing and dangerous, and Kirk has to fight him off with a... Moving on. Corby's nefarious plan seems to involve infiltrating androids into the general population, in the hope of what? Ruling the galaxy? It's not exactly clear, but to that end he makes an android copy of Kirk. This allows for some very well done split screen. Ooh, 2 Kirks.
Must have been your lifelong ambition.
To that end, Corby sends android Kirk to the Enterprise to help find a suitable planet to... colonize. Spock is alerted by the fact the double uses a nasty racial slur implanted by the real Kirk during the creation process.
You must admit, it is an unsophisticated expression.
You know it, Spock. Well, other than Kirk hitting on Andrea, despite her protestations...
Aren't you doing exactly what you hate most in humans?
That's about it for this episode. I won't give away the ultimate fate of Professor Corby. Let's just say there won't be a Corby 3.0.
He's dead.
I'll give it 3 lumps of clay out of 5. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, please like and subscribe. Also, tell me what you think of this episode in the comments below. See you next time.